Hey guys, Alex Khan here, and I just want to do a quick side-by-side comparison with the Hasbro Empire Strikes Back Black Series Boba Fett, the Hasbro Black Series Return of the Jedi Boba Fett, and the latest one, the Hasbro Black Series Boba Fett Tython. So let's take them out of the box really quick. And from right to left, we have the Boba Fett Tython from Mandalorian, and then we have Boba Fett from Return of the Jedi, and then we have Boba Fett from the Empire Strikes Back. So everyone has their own opinions about Boba Fett, but he is one of the coolest characters. Even though in the movies he didn't get much explanations, which kind of added to his mystique. But anyways, these are all Black Series. They're 6-inch figures. I think between the Empire Strikes Back archive one and then the Return of the Jedi one, I think the Empire Strikes Back version is made a lot better than this guy. Like the Return of the Jedi one looks really cool, but his backpack does not want to stay on. The pegs in the back were not really designed. Look, I barely move it, and it just falls right off. It's because these pegs, they're too thick. They don't really fit that well into his back, so it's really annoying. Plus, he has that famous issue with his helmet being squished, so he looks kind of narrow on the head. So I'm not even going to bother putting his backpack on. It's so freaking annoying to do so. Also, another problem, his little cloak that he dangles from his left side of his torso, it's made of like a rubber. It's like, why didn't they just do what they did with Empire Strikes Back, the Empire Strikes Back version, and just make it out of cloth? See this? This is cloth. It looks and feels a lot better than the rubber on the Return of the Jedi Boba Fett. And also, his backpack was actually made to stay on this one, because this is a very long peg, and it fits right into the back of his torso, so it's easy to take on and off. And I just think with Return of the Jedi, they kind of downgraded. But obviously, he looks cool with the paint applications, but I think in terms of manufacturing, I think they dropped the ball on Return of the Jedi Boba Fett. But one of my coolest looks of Boba Fett is from Mandalorian and also Book of Boba Fett. I think the ultimate look of Boba Fett is when he's wearing, this Tusken, getup, but with his armor put over it. Because when he does that, he looks so freaking raw, so sinister. He is so freaking awesome. But they don't have those figures out just yet. I'm gonna try to pre-order the Tython Jedi Ruins one if I can't get my hands on that. But that one looks so cool. And then there's also the throne room version of Boba Fett where he's wearing his armor. You can take his helmet off. But still, when he first appears on Mandalorian after so many years of being gone from the Star Wars universe, he looks so freaking awesome. Everyone recognized, the actor, and they're like, hey, wait, that's freaking Boba Fett right there. And there he is. But yeah, as you guys watch Book of Boba Fett, you learn that, he's been living with these Tuskens, so he adopts a lot of their ways. He learns how to fight like them. He gets this Tusken gaffy stick that he slings over his shoulders. He also has a cyclo blaster, which I'm not going to put on. It's just too much work to do all that. But he looks so cool. Obviously, Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back are his classic looks. I also have this 3D printed custom Boba Fett throne that you see him sitting on in the Book of Boba Fett TV series on Disney+. But it's a custom piece. I got it off of eBay. I have no idea if Hasbro is ever going to make their own throne, so I just grabbed this one on eBay. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty light, but it looks great on pictures, video, or for display purposes. I can't wait to get the newer figures that haven't come out yet. The throne room version of Boba Fett, so I can put him on the throne. He'll look even more appropriate on the throne. But I could still put even these guys on the throne, and people are still going to get it, because I think this throne has become synonymous with Boba Fett, just like his spaceship has, whether you call it the slave one or the fire spray. But yeah, I want to know what you guys think of the Book of Boba Fett. I personally, I do like it, but I don't think it's as good as Mandalorian. Like, I still prefer this guy over the Mandalorian as a character, but in terms of show quality, I think Mandalorian has the Book of Boba Fett beat slightly. But I'm hoping in the last few episodes that the Book of Boba Fett will pick up and there will be a big payoff at the end. Because when you first see Boba Fett in Mandalorian, they show the fans what fans thought of Boba Fett. He takes down all these stormtroopers. But when you start watching Book of Boba Fett, a lot of times he seems really helpless, and he's not as cutthroat as he was in The Mandalorian, or especially as he is in the the original Star Wars trilogy. So I think a lot of fans might be slightly torn on that, but I still think it's cool to have a show about Boba Fett because they never gave him the love he deserved in the movies. But luckily, he got some screen time in the Clone Wars cartoon. You see his father in Attack of the Clones. You also see a younger version of Boba Fett in Attack of the Clones. And then fast forward to today, now you finally get a show about Boba Fett. I think fans should be grateful for that. And the show's not over at the time I made this video, so I still think there's going to be a big payoff at the end. If there's not a big payoff, I still think it's a solid show, just not as good as Mandalorian. But what do you guys think of these action figures, these Black Series Hasbro Boba Fett figures? Which is your favorite one of these three? The Return of the Jedi one, the Tython one, or the Empire Strikes Back? I shouldn't say Tython. I should call this Tython Mandalorian because that's the show that he appears on.